#1 rookie out of Michigan, gets out in front, gets 10 yards downfield to spring him for the long game.
Wilson would have a rough day physically. Here he's sacked by Rob Burnett, and he's pumped because more is coming. Go on with your bad self. Anthony Pleasant. James Jones gets in on the act. Pleasant comes back for more. TJ, what's the problem?
Well, Clay Matthews, Michael Dean Perry and company just ate up the offensive line of the New Orleans Saints.
That doesn't happen often. The Browns recorded 9 sacks today, their most since 1988. Third quarter, tied at 10. Testaverde will find. Jackson again in the end zone. 17-10 Browns. Jackson's AFC leading 8th touchdown reception. The Browns go on for the victory. 17-13, the Browns defense held the Saints to just 127 yards of offense. The Browns now back to 500, 6-6. After opening the season with 5 straight wins, the Saints have lost 5 of 7. After back-to-back losses on the road, the Steelers happen to be back at home against the P-men. Drew Bledsoe still at the controls for the 1-10 Pats. No score in the first quarter. Bledsoe hits Michael Timpson for a 48-yard gain. And that would set up this. Bledsoe scrambling and finds a diving Ben Coates. 7-0 P-men. That was the Pats' first quarter touchdown all year. After a 31-yard Vincent Brisby catch, Pats deep in Steeler territory. Leonard Russell drags Kenny Davidson in the end zone. 14-0 Pats. Neil O'Donnell brings his Steelers back. Still 14-0 in the second now. Leroy Thompson takes it 36 yards before finally being hauled down at the Pats 6. Now the Steelers need to get on the board. They didn't have Barry Foster, who missed his 3rd game with a sprained ankle, but Merrill Hodge came up big here alone in the end of the end zone. That cuts the lead to 14-7. After a field goal makes it 14-10, Pats fall apart. Bledsoe, bad exchange with center Mike Arthur, and it is Steelers ball. Parcells, not happy. That turnover results in another Hodge touchdown, a 1-yard pass this time from O'Donnell. 17-14, Steelers now in the lead. Hodge's numbers, 8 catches, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad at all. But the Pats self-destructed in the third. Bledsoe, rough day, throws it, right into Kenny Davidson's numbers. Parcells can only shake his head. Next, Parnell Lake's turn. Bledsoe just throws it away. You know what's going to happen. Yes, Parcells is livid. So please don't try to read his lips, folks. More trouble, TJ.
Yeah, a throw that should not have been counted as an interception. Once the ball touches the ground here, without the defensive back having control, and I don't think you can count that as control, should have been an incomplete pass, was counted as an INT.
Parcells says, come here, son, I got a word for you. Less than 3 minutes left in the game. The Pats still have a chance, down 3, 4th and 8. Michael Timpson catches it for a big gain for a first down. Parcells finally has something to be happy about. 3rd and goal, a minute left. Sam Gash gets down to the 1-yard line. So do you go for the tie or the win? They go for the win. 4th and goal. The quarterback sneak, TJ.
I think the only choice Parcells had was to go for the win, but Drew Bledsoe has to realize that he's got to get that 6'6" frame stretched out. That means arms stretched out. Get that ball across the plane of the goal line, especially on a 4th down, last play of the game.
Great bubble there. 17-14, the Steelers with the victory. Bledsoe responsible for 6 turnovers, 1 fumble, 5 INTs, 18 of 46 for 296 yards. The Steelers sneak to 7-5. The P-men fall to 1-7. They've lost 7 straight, and their last 6 by a total of 20 points.
That's tough. And a game effort by New England. I mean, that would have a heck of an upset for them. They will win soon. But the Steelers got away by all those inches.
They sneaked into it.
Good game. Patriots gave a good effort. Now, we knew this one would be good going in, didn't we?
We did.
The Oilers at home against the Atlanta Falcons. Houston had won 6 in a row to forge into first place in their division. The Falcons have won 5 of 6 since Dion is back. And did I say back? Oh, yeah, we did. Jerry Glanville, regular season, first time back in the Dome. He left Houston after the 1989 season. I don't know, you add everything up, and it has the makings of a 3-ring circus. Now, Jerry leaves tickets for Elvis and for George Bush. George got his, Elvis didn't get his, and Jerry got his. Kind of a mixed review at the Dome. Glanville's Falcons trailing 3-0. The little shovel pass from Bobby Hebert. Look at the work of unsung Eric Pegram. Just keeps churning 19 yards inside the 10. Then, inside the red zone, Hebert's target, Bobby Hebert Looks like he catch it, but Steve Jackson rips it away. Jackson making the play. Rison says, I caught the ball. He thought he caught it, but there's Steve.
Yeah, the referee here was waiting to see who would come away with the ball. Jackson did a great job of wrestling that ball away from Rison.
So, second quarter, same 3-0 score. This time, Rison thought he was open, but Marcus Robertson comes over to make the circus pick.
Yeah, this is another great effort by the DB. You see Rison open for just a second, and then Robertson, look at him get up at the high point of his jump and grab the ball with his hands.
Buddy Ryan's ball-hawking secondary doing the job. Sooner or later, Abert's going to get it to Rison. He's had the rough elbow, but this time Rison slips down the left sideline. We throw underneath to Mike Pritchard to the Falcons, and this leads to a touchdown. 7-6 Atlanta at the half. Hebert just warming up. He would throw often in this game. Here's to Mike Pritchard, the over-the-shoulder catch deep in Oiler territory. Then Hebert to Rison. I see a bad moon Rison. Slams it. Does a Gibbons-like shake. Falcons 14 and the Oilers 6. But Warren Moon, boy, what a second half he's had of this season. Moon. Ernest Gibbons from
Louisville.
Wide open. Look at him shake. Juke. Yeah, get out against Vinnie Clark. 5 catches for 89 for Ernest Gibbons. The blitz, and what a great throw to Webster Slaughter. Touchdown. The Oilers within 14-13. Great play by Moon. This time he has the time. The Hayward Jeffries across the middle. Tries to get in the end zone, and Jesse Solomon falls on it for the Falcons. What's the play, Tom?
Great job by Hayward trying to stretch out, but he should have been called down right there when his knee was down.
But the Falcons get the ball, but no! The Oilers get the ball. William Fuller, the rush man with the hit. Ray Childress, the recovery, 20-14 Houston.
Bubba McDowell, number 25, takes the inside, leaves Fuller alone on the outside for the big blindside hit.
Fuller and Childress, defensive line mates, combined for the touchdown. Now it's 20-14 in the fourth. And Steve Jackson again is there, makes the pick, makes the turn, sets up a field goal, 23-14. And then Hebert would continue to throw the pick 6 times. Hebert was intercepted. Steve Jackson, one of the many Oilers victimized in that playoff game last January. Boy, he vindicated himself today. The Oilers spoiled Glanville's return, winning 33-17. They make the 6 picks. This game took almost 4 hours. It was like 3:45 to play it because both Hebert and Moon had 300-yard days throwing, 94 passes in this game. And afterwards, Warren Moon and company said, well, this was very special for us. It was, we didn't want to say a lot during the week, but some things, this is quoting Warren Moon, some things that transpired when the man was here. This made it an awfully big win for us. And a coach, no handshake afterwards, although Glanville tried to pipe it down. Well, Pittsburgh struggles, Tom. Houston, impressive. They have a stranglehold now in that division, it looks like.
Well, I think certainly we talked about the Oilers playing through that soft part of the schedule and then having to prove themselves against good talent. I think that's what they did today. The defense has finally picked up the Buddy Ryan style of defense, which is blitzing and aggressive defense, forcing turnovers, and then having the offense make people pay for that, and that's what they did today. Going back to the New England game, I talked a little bit about it under the highlights, and that is Drew Bledsoe has to understand the reasoning behind why Bill Parcells does things. The reason he called quarterback sneak instead of anything else is because he's 6'6", and he figures if he gets up, even if he just gets the ball over the plane of the goal line for a second, it's a touchdown. So Drew has learned another hard lesson.
Well, the Oilers now, yeah, that is a tough lesson, missed by inches. The Oilers, by the way, have won 7 in a row, first time since 1962. George Blanda was quarterback for those early AFL Oilers. In these 1993 Oilers, well, I tell you what, you want to take the ball away when you win games? Their last 7 all wins. They've taken the ball away 24 times. That's 3.5 turnovers a game. The first 5, they weren't doing so much ball hawking. That's kind of why they were 1-4. Talk about some defense. Yeah, they do it in Houston. What about Dave Wanstadt's defense with the Bears? This is a win that will carry her over to other weeks. We'll show you what happened in a moment.
Listen.
See the future.
See it now.